with whatever that you are working on and building right now, you have to learn to control the narrative. Your story has to be controlled by you. Your narrative has to be controlled by you. And the best way for you to control your narrative is when you have exactly that, control of your narrative. And what do I mean by that? Before I go into it, I'm sure there are some of you that are watching from this channel for the first time. Please click on the subscribe button, click on the notifications button, and comment and let me know what your thoughts are about what I'm about to say. Sometimes we chase ownership so much that we forget that one can own something and not be able to have control over it. It goes with when you finance a property. You can have ownership rights over that property, but you might not have full control in terms of what you do with that property. For instance, if you buy a building, you finance it from the bank, there are certain clauses that prohibit you from breaking down that property completely without first getting written consent from your mortgager. All right, so that's what we call you being an owner and you not having full control of that particular property. Now, also with your brand and your name and your products and your businesses, you need to be in full control of what the narrative that goes out there about you is. You can't just allow other platforms or other people to write narratives about you. Of course, people will always write a narrative. Like, for instance, you're waiting for a news article to go out there or to be out there, or something to be shared on a podcast platform about you. But if you've got your own platform, be it your own YouTube channel where you can share your views, where you can share your thoughts about certain things, where you can be seen as a thought leader concerning the subject at hand, then you would have done yourself a great service. You would have done yourself a great favor. Because then in that case, nobody can bring out a narrative about you whatsoever without you having the control to then correct it. Now, if somebody says, for instance, my name is Witness. Witness is that kind of person. Before anyone can conclude that I am, if they're smart enough, they'll go onto other social media platforms, be it TikTok, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and get to understand exactly what my narrative is, what my thoughts are, how I articulate stuff is. So it's important that my narrative is not driven by other people. They cannot define the kind of person that I am. You, the viewer, can make up your own conclusion and say, but I'm hearing it from the horse's mouth. This is how this person says certain things, and this is why they say the things that they say. That's a controlled narrative. So which means I'm in charge of how people view me, because then I'm putting myself out there to be viewed by people. So that's why we talk about views. Like right now, as you are viewing this, you are viewing me speak. So you're viewing a narrative that I'm putting out there. And from the viewing of that narrative, you will form a viewpoint and an opinion. So it's important that I control what that opinion and what that narrative is. And this does not only apply to me, it applies to you with every part of your life. Who's in control of the narrative concerning you? And do you have charge over how that narrative can be driven? I'm in charge of that. So let me know what your thoughts are about having controlling the narrative. Comment, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know where you're watching from, and let's engage, let's exchange ideas. All right, cheers.